All right. What's good, everybody? I'm back again. I was strolling the internet, and I was going through TikTok actually, and I seen the preview of this, and I'm not gonna lie. I let my passion for society get the best of me because when I hear conversations like this, it's odd to me. Now I grew up in a house where I had my mother and I had my father until I was about maybe about 13, 14. And in that time, majority of the time in the house, it was real smooth, real comfortable. Now, this is in the 90s, though. This is in the 90s. And it was comfortable. We had comfortable living. Even though we were borderline middle class, we were borderline middle class in the 90s. But as time started to, gradually go up, unfortunately, my mom's a single mom, so a lot of things had to get cut. But you wouldn't have known because how strong my mother was and still is to this day. But I see the value in the relationship between a male and female in one house. But in 2024, it's like everybody got their head in their ass and don't really want to talk about the issue. And the issue is plain and simple. You need two people in the house to raise a family. It used to be, when I grew up, my whole neighborhood raised me. My whole neighborhood raised me. Almost everybody knew my father, and almost everybody knew my mother. That was unity, right? Because that was a village. It was a you couldn't go to somebody else's house and they didn't know who you were. And I think that's something that's tearing down society right now. And you know what? It's not even tearing down society. It's really just social media showing this and making you think that it's terrible all across America. It's not. Cuz if you go to some places, I promise you they're so secluded and so ducked off that they don't even care about what's going on social media. But if you're only in tune in social media, which many generations are right now, you're going to lose sight of what's most important, and that is family, right? Now, me in my older age, I'm going to be honest, I don't leave my house much. I don't see my family much, and that definitely plays a part on my mental. But at the same time, that doesn't mean that they can't call me, right? That doesn't mean that I don't love them, and that doesn't mean that I don't care for them, right? But at the same time, it's this nowadays. This what's going on between male and female. This individualism can be put to a halt so easy. And the thing about it is that men don't want to tell the women the honest truth about what they need to do, and women don't want to hear the truth about what's needed to be done. And I'm gonna tell you straight up before we start watching this video, because I don't think I'm gonna stop. I don't think I'm gonna stop the video until it's done because I'm eating and I want y'all to hear this and I want to watch the full thing too. The most important thing that women have to realize now that you're making money is that you're going to have to find a man to build up. And I'm not saying you're going to build a man. You're going to find a man, a good man, who may not be on the same level as you. Sit your ass down and build with the man that you are with. It doesn't matter if he's not at the amount of money that you're at. You shouldn't even want to be living above your means. A man who doesn't have as much as you isn't going to push you to live above your means. 9 out of 10 times he's going to show you how to live below your means, which means that you'll be able to grow emotionally more rather than just on those bullshit materialistic things. The only person that gets pleasure out of Mercedes or a Lamborghini is the viewer. You unfortunately have to pay for all of the bills of it. You have to pay for the maintenance of it, and you have to pay for the detailing of it and all of these other things. The house, you have to pay for everything, the property tax, the insurance, the lawn getting cut, the house getting cleaned up, food getting cooked. All of these things you're going to have to pay for. And if it's two people living in one house, it should be easier. It should be way easier. If you know how to live under your means, stop trying to show out for everybody else. Come to an agreement at the table. When you hear, what are you bringing to the table, that doesn't mean I want your fucking money. It simply means, what are we going to do to help each other tackle the society? A relationship, the etymology word of relationship means alliance. So if you're forming an alliance with the person that you're going to say that you want to tackle life with, there's no need for you to be in this keeping up with the Joneses battle. Everything should be in-house. Everything should be in-house. And I had to learn this the hard way. But it had to be learned. I grew up seeing this. In my house alone, we had at least 6 to 7 people. 6 to 7 people, and almost everybody worked. And there was not a day there wasn't a day that went by that we didn't have food in the house. With 6 people living in there. So this facade that social media has got going on right now, that has everybody's panties and boxers in a bunch, you need to realize that that's just not reality. It's just not reality. Anyway, I'm going to let this play out, and I'm going to give my take on it. I'm eating. We got some nice, what I'm eating today. I'm eating some bourbon chicken, fried rice, right? Shout out to Ling Ling and them. When them heavy, they be heavy, you know what I mean? So let's get to the video.
Yes.
And you still talking about submissive. And
For
when
sure.
people back in the day were submissive, like I said earlier, the wives weren't working. They were housewives. So how do you want me to give you what we
9 out of 10 times, the women were not just in the house. They were out working. Who do you think were facilitating the nursing jobs, the teaching jobs, and so forth? Who do you think were handling all the jobs that was dedicated to society? Women are the culture, the holders of our cultures. So everything that was done in culture was kept in between the women. They were able to work a certain amount of time, bring that money back into the house as well, and still conform amongst each other and have a great time. But now, as I said before, money has become such a problem. And people are so I'm not going to say that. People are losing sight of what's important. It's not the materials that you're gaining in this lifetime. It's the memories that you're going to create. It's the memories that you're going to create with somebody who, it's when you get old. When you get old. Who, you know what? I'm going to stop. I'm going to let this video go.
did in the 60s or 50s or whenever they did it, but you want me to live like I'm in 2024 and I'm working and doing everything that you want me to do as a woman. Like, they don't match up.
Okay, easy. See, this is another thing women don't understand. Cost of living, inflation. These are concepts that don't exist in a woman's mind. So the average man could provide for a family with just his wages back then, for those times that you're talking about. If we look, the average home back then was like what, 100K, 200K maybe.
Probably.
So the average home took about, let me see, from the last statistic. Damn, see, I got to start bringing the statistics back. I tried not to talk about it so much because you start to sound like a robot, but from the...
Listen, in the 50s, it's impossible. It is impossible, right, that the majority of people or couples or married couples were where the women were just staying home and the men were going out to work. It's impossible. That's impossible to be the majority. You looking at TV. Listen, women were in customer service jobs. Men were doing the hard labor. That money was coming home and being put into the house, into their children. The only time, majority of the time, when you see a woman was not working is when she was pregnant. That's the time when she'd be at home. Y'all go all the way back to the 50s and the 60s and the 70s. My boy, yeah, my girl, my boy. Y'all forget about the 90s and the 80s and the 2000s where people were working together.
Income that the guy was making to how long it would take him to pay off the house, it was like 10 to 15 years. What's the average home loan right now?
30 plus.
It's like 30 plus.
Right.
Not only that, the home has like went up like quadruple from 200K to $1 million, but the wages are still here. He still had 40,000. So it is not like his wages went up as the fucking cost of living went up. Oh, excuse me. And inflation went up. Not only that, women fought to work. So women fought to work. Men wanted you at home. Women say, no, stay home. I want you with the kids. I want you to cook. No, fuck that. We want to be equal. We want to work. So first of all, y'all have to be mad at the women of the past that fought to work, which that was a plan by the government too. That was a psyop. They said, hey, we're only taxing men. If we let women work, we could tax men and women. Not only can we tax men and women, now we have full control of their kids because the mom isn't raising them. The mom isn't instilling family values in them. They're at school all day. They're at daycare all day. So all of this is one big plan. Not only that, they're starting to give women more money than men because for that very reason, you won't respect a man that makes less than you. Or even if you make equal to a man, you're going to look down on him.
No, not necessarily.
That's a fact.
No.
She just said if she makes more money, she can't submit to him or be submissive. Even,
But
matter of fact, she said if I
why?
pay 50-50, I can't.
But why am I being, why do I have to be submissive? Why? Because if you look up the definition of submissive, it doesn't sound good. Why?
It doesn't?
No.
Okay.
It doesn't.
Hold on. I want to read that because
Read it.
I don't think okay, what's the definition of submissive?
Read it. I want you to read it.
Do you know it?
I read it and it didn't sound good.
Okay.
I think you need
Ready to conform to the authority or will of others, meekly obedient or passive. Okay, so
Yeah.
is your
I mean,
man?
like
Hold
I'm
on.
in jail. Okay, now
Hold on. Hold on. No, hold on.
Yeah.
Listen, ready to conform to the authority or will of others. Is your husband not the authority in the home?
I feel like that's slavery or like
Is your husband,
my wife.
damn, I keep forgetting you got a wife. God damn. So you got a whole different dynamic.
Right.
But for the average, a man and a woman, who's the authority in the home?
We 50-50.
No.
I'm telling you, if
Your
I were
wife.
to get married, no, I'm saying like if my wife, we're 50-50. But if I were to get married tomorrow to a man, we will be 50-50.
You would be divorced.
No, I wouldn't.
Yes.
That's facts.
You would either be,
I can cost my, it's facts.
but look, you would either be married to a simp.
but
You would either be
No,
married to a
not
simp
at all.
or
College
you would
graduate,
be divorced. No,
black man.
that's
Like, what?
cool. He's still a simp if he
Okay.
accepts his woman telling him, hey, because I'm paying bills and working like an adult, like everybody else in America, I'm only going to submit to you 50% of the time. If he accepts that, he's a simp.
I guess the word submit doesn't work well with me because
Why
number
not?
one, because I don't like it. You just read it. Meekly. I don't like that word. Google the fucking word meek.
Okay.
I don't like that
Out
word.
of everything in that definition, you picked out meekly. Okay, let's go with the first thing you said. Ready to conform to authority. Is your man not the authority?
Ready to conform sounds like, okay, so now you with him, you need to just go with his plan.
Yes,
Everything
absolutely.
Niggas say do. No.
That is the
because
point.
If his plan does not make sense to me, I'm not going with your plan. Baby, we need to tweak your plan. Because your plan this is the thing. This is what guys need to
So
understand.
would you marry a man?
I was
In this case and in this situation, she's right. This is just being stubborn. If you are a hardworking man and you're making plans and your woman sees a flaw in your plans, Your woman should be the one person that you should be able to see, that should be able to pinpoint something that's in your plan. And this is what submission really looks like. You take in what she's saying and you go back and evaluate it. And if it's right, if she's right, she's right. And if she was wrong, she was wrong. That's just submission. What you think you're just gonna sit there and you think you're gonna make a plan with somebody and you think they're just gonna sit there and just live up to it? It's not gonna happen. We're still human beings at the ending of the day. You have to come up to the plan properly. And if there's something that she doesn't like in it, and you go back and you revise it, that should be no harm to you. There should be no harm done. Especially if you consider you guys to love each other. How can that be so difficult? To take in the information that your wife is giving you, or your husband, evaluate it, tweak whatever needs to be tweaked if needed, and continue on. Maybe I'm wrong.
I was talking to a guy and I got rid of him because that was his thought process, right? He thought that since we were together now, we talking now,
Oops.
I need what?
I didn't even see the motherfucking time. Yeah, I know. I didn't even. I'm tripping. I just looked.
We're gonna wrap.
I had somewhere to go. Yeah, we're gonna wrap it up.
Yeah, 'cause I got
Okay.
somewhere to go too.
Yeah, me too.
So I'm gonna just say this.
This was good. I want to have y'all back because
This was good.
because I didn't get to none of the topics we had.
Right.
But on God, I know because y'all went left. But listen, why the fuck would you commit to a man that you could not submit to? This is my question to
Okay.
women. Y'all keep saying I'm getting these guys and his plans don't make. Okay, that's a part of the vetting process, the dating
Right,
process.
right.
When I meet him, I get to see where his headspace is at. I keep hitting these fucking buttons. When I meet him, we talk. So as we're talking, I'm finding out what type of woman you are. You find out what type of man I am. Before we ever get serious,
Right.
you should have already known if you could follow my direction or not.
Right. Okay, so let me tell you this. I look at it like this, and it may be simple, right? Simple as fuck. For example, me, I'm 32, right? I have a plan. I know where I'm going. I have this plan. I see a vision. I know where I'm trying to get to, right? You, however the fuck you are, a 36-year-old man. Let's just use me and you. You have your plan and where you trying to go, where you trying to take your career, right?
Absolutely.
When we merge together, I'm not about to just go with your plan.
Okay, this is my point. If you're not gonna just go with my plan, that means we ain't for each other. I can't not have a woman that's not going with my plan. This means you're gonna derail my plan.
No.
We have to be on the same, listen, a train, we gotta be on the same track.
Listen, I see you got your plan, but I got my plan.
Let me tell you something. Even though that train is on the track, when that train gets to its destination, the products that's on that train are being distributed out to different places. It's about being diverse. There's no one way of doing this shit called marriage or doing that shit called a relationship. The day you continue to think it's a one-way street, you're not gonna find some, especially in 2024, when individualism is at its all-time high. Because you can go online and make buku amounts of money and also make buku amount of friends. So this latch on to somebody or making somebody latch onto you and follow your lead or follow your way, a great leader is putting in the work with you on the same road. That's a true leader. A great leader can have that person go and do whatever they need to do, help them to make sure that it's also finding a way that it benefits the greater thing in what we're trying to do in this thing called life. If she's trying to do something and you see it as a beneficial thing to you or to what you may be going or going to want in your purpose of life, meaning a family, not just yourself, because that's being selfish. You can't just have a woman just for yourself. That's being selfish. If y'all have the same end goal, which is to create a strong bonded family, there should be no problem why she can't go out there and go run a business and do what she has to do, and you go ahead and run your business and do what you have to do. There's something called a nanny. right? Where you can have a nanny in the house. If you guys are both successful and y'all doing y'all thing, you can get you a nanny. Because if y'all have time to motherfucking meet up to have sex, you should be able to have time later on, whenever y'all doing whatever y'all doing, to take care of your child as well. Both of y'all. Because if you're insinuating that you're a boss or if you're a leader, you should always have time for the people that's around. No, there's no man left behind and there's no woman left behind.
So we got to see how our plans to come together. I can't just go by your plan. Your path may not be my path.
But that's my point. As partners, our path, your path has to be my path.
It does not.
Or
have
we
to
can't be partners.
Because guess what? I got dreams. You got dreams,
Right.
right? So I need to live out my dreams. Now, if my dreams is making you that uncomfortable to where you can't be with me and we can't build and come together, because I got $1 million dreams, you got $1 million dreams. Why we can't both have those dreams? Why we got to just push your dream? I may be closer to my shit than you. And you may just be right there.
You know why?
Why?
Because you are still supposed to be your wife. So at that point, those $1 million dreams is taken away from you being a wife. Because you being a wife is helping me take a load off of what I need to do.
Knock, knock. Hi there. I'd love to show you what a K-12 powered school is really.
To get me to those $1 million dreams. You want me to be a half of a housewife while you go chase dreams like a husband. Like, what do you mean?
What if my
Your dreams gonna take a backseat to mine.
No. No. Okay. Let's go ahead and wrap this up.
Your dreams gonna take a backseat to mine.
No, I just feel like because she said she was closer, right? Let's say she only like 4 minutes away from her dream. I'm going to put you on hold to get to my 4 minutes and then we can pick this up and then I'll submit to you. But I'm like closer to the $1 million prize. So why am I going to sit here? Why can't we be on the same way where we like still trying to go to the same location to be $1 million couple, but why can't we tweak it a little bit?
Because
why can't it be tweaked?
This is, let me put it this way. Most people are average, which is why the percentage of millionaires are small. Everybody has $1 million dreams. The reality is majority of those aren't coming true. Right. So like I said, as we're dating, as we're vetting, we're going to sit down and as you're discussing your dreams, if they don't align with mine, we can't combine. Right.
If you guys' dream don't align, deuces. Y'all got to kick rocks for each other. That's why it's so important. It's just so important to forget these high expensive ass dates. 500, okay. A $500 date shouldn't impress you. The search for longevity should impress you. The ability to actually have a conversation and to be able to agree on the life path that you guys want to take should not take you $500 at a restaurant. It should take a simple conversation at first. That would end so much of the bull crap that y'all got going on. Y'all make relationships look hard, and it ain't hard. It ain't hard at all.
Because you're trying to go this way, I'm trying to go that way. Once we become partners, we have to go this way as a unit.
Right.
How in the fuck can we be partners if you walking this way, I'm walking that way? Which way do the kids go? Do they follow mommy? Do they follow daddy? No, mommy, daddy got to be on the same trail. Kids on the same trail. We both reach success.
Right.
If you go this way and crash, I go this way and crash, they're fucked.
Okay, so we playing basketball, right? And you all the way on the other side of the court. I'm right there at the motherfucking, what's it called? The hoop? The net, where we got to shoot the ball. Is you going to try to go all the way past all these people to shoot the ball, or are you gonna pass it to me and let me shoot the ball? Because I'm closer.
It depends on the shot.
Right.
Because
so
you
I'm
said
right there.
But look,
I'm right fucking there. All you gotta do is throw me the ball, right? And I'm a lay that.
It depends on the shot. Once you start saying $1 million dream, okay, now I need details. What's the
right? Exactly. So for example, my nigga, he see what I got going on. So guess what? He like, babe, I'm gonna push your shit before I push my shit, because I ain't even really started on mine yet. So I'm gonna help you get to yours because I see the vision. That's a real nigga. So guess what? He went and got another job. He works 120 hours a week to help me with my brand because I'm closer. He can I don't he can pass me the ball and guess what? Boom, I'm gonna make it into
Okay,
that.
so
And we
in my
both gonna
opinion,
win.
so in my opinion, that's a contradiction to almost everything you guys said earlier.
Why?
Because you guys said you want a man of certain status, making certain money already. A guy like that, before he met you to get to where he was, his program was already airtight to allow him to get there. He's already disciplined to the T. So anybody that's joining his team is doing just that. You're joining his team, his program. He's not coming to a woman like, oh yeah, what? Let me see what your game plan is. Or no, what type of woman are you? Okay, this
Right,
is
if
what
he
I'm
see
doing.
what my game plan is, and he see like, babe, you on your shit. I'm gonna help you so you can get closer to the ball. I mean, closer to the $1 million. Why not?
Okay, so he's not where he wants to be then,
He
right?
at where he at. He's at where he's at. He's making.
No, not where he's at.
He's making 80K. period.
Right. Okay, so
So
is
now
his
he's telling
lifelong
me-
dreams making 80K?
No, he wants to make more.
Okay, so my advice to him,
Mhm.
instead of helping push you, how is he gonna get to where he needs to go by
'Cause
pushing you?
You want to know? You want to know?
You're
how?
telling him to put his dreams and his.
No,
See,
I'm
this
not.
is the madness.
I'm not because you want to know why? He went and got another job. He said, I'm gonna get another full-time job so that way I could pay off all my debt and I can help you with your shit because you're closer. I'm gonna pay off all my debt so that way we can take trips, we can do this, and then that way I can help you with your brand because you're right there. Boom. I'm still handling my shit and my kids, and I'm helping you. That's a real nigga at the end of the day.
No, that in my opinion, that's not a real nigga.
Yes,
That's a nigga who's lost on his vision. Because a man putting his purpose on pause for a woman,
How was he putting
Is
his
a
purpose on
fool.
pause?
With submission comes compromise.
right?
So
and
you
the
wanna
compromise.
Is that you need to follow suit sometimes and meet me halfway.
No, listen,
That's what
right.
that's what it is.
listen. For a
That's what you're
man,
giving.
no, for a man,
Okay.
listen. It's purpose, and then it's everything else.
Mhm.
Purpose comes first. It does not compromise for
Anybody.
anybody.
You should not compromise.
So if he's gonna pause his purpose
he ain't
and
pausing.
say, "Hey, you closer to your,"
You know what's so foolish about this? You're talking about a relationship, but you're both talking about individualism. The goal shouldn't be that both of you guys are making a business worth $1 million. The goal should be just $1 million.
dreams, I'm gonna put this on pause and I'm gonna push you up here. As he does that, you're gonna lose respect for him.
No.
Good luck.
You're gonna lose respect for him as a man.
Because how is he pausing? He's not pausing. If
He's
a
shifting.
nigga go
If he
out-
got a second job,
He's
Yeah.
not
no, listen,
pausing,
if
he's shifting.
he got a second job
Uh-huh.
to pay off debt so you can do what you gotta
No,
do.
he got a second job to pay off his debt so he could do what he has to do for himself. Also, what I have to do for myself. So not only is he paying off his debt so he could be debt free for himself, he's also helping me and my brand. So therefore, I can't get just a part-time job because if I get a part-time job, yeah, I'm gonna pay off my debt, but I want to bring my
Okay,
bitch up. with-
this is where the confusion comes in
Uh-huh.
because you threw out $1 million dreams. So
Right.
in my brain, you say he makes 80K.
Right.
That's a far away from $1 million. So
Right.
in my head, he already has a plan to get to where he has to go.
Right.
To where he does not have time to propel a woman to her dreams as he's working on his.
Why not?
That's
Okay,
not
why-
even possible.
Why if our dreams are the same? What he trying to do and what I'm trying to do is exactly the same.
Okay,
Like
so
you
that's
said,
my point.
We on the same path. So why not boost if I'm leveling myself up and I have the means to boost my bitch up, why not boost my bitch up? Just like if I was in the same position. You know what?
So why you not boosting him up if y'all dreams is
Guess what?
How
I
are
did?
you closer than
guess
me?
Guess what I did before I fucking got here. I went and helped him go take his car to the body shop. I cooked this man dinner, got his clothes ready, everything before I got here.
No, I'm not. No,
Because
look, I'm not.
And this is what I mean. It's the lack of communication majority of the time in these conversations and on podcasts that is not allowing the full context of what needs to be done. A question is not enough. Excuse me. Sometimes we just need to shut the fuck up and let that person talk. And in a lot of these podcasts as well, people are not telling the full truth. They're giving you bits and pieces. And bits and pieces are not going to give you the full context of what you're looking for. Just a while ago, she just said that the guy has 2 jobs, right? He has 2 jobs to help with his debt, to take care of what he needs to take care of, so that they can continue moving forward. Now, just a while ago, you just heard that she actually is coming out of pocket as well to help that man as well. That's a team. That's a team. Because if the man is working 2 jobs to help pay off debt, and the woman has the means to at least help with the things that are going on in the house, such as, or minor things such as taking care of the car, washing dishes, or doing whatever needs to be done, that's a team. That's compromise.
I'm mad at that.
Him get ready for his second job.
That's your submissive, right?
Right.
No,
I'm helping
it
him
is.
get to
No,
his
but
second job so that way he can make our dreams.
no,
come
it
true.
is.
But the
But
compromise
what I'm saying-
is that he shifted his plan.
No,
for
don't
her.
shift your plan
He
for
didn't
no
shift-
woman.
He didn't shift no plan.
Don't shift your
His
plan
plan was
for
to
no woman.
His plan was to get another job. Boom. He got
Purpose
another
is
job.
above everything.
Right.
Well, then
Okay,
go
but no,
with
this is what I'm saying.
other to be with that, so that
No,
that
but
she can be
okay,
submissive.
this is the
and-
last thing I'm asking y'all.
Mhm.
This is what I'm asking y'all because you said you two both said I'm not pausing what I got going for no man, but at the same time you just said it's cool for him to pause what he's doing to help you reach your goal because you closer. So my response would be, okay, if you closer, why not pause what you doing, bring him to where you at, and then y'all both cross the finish line.
I never said he was pausing.
No, I said you. Why don't you pause and pull him up to where you at? If you closer, you know something he don't know. If y'all have the same goal, you got further than him. You have some type of information that he doesn't. So
Right.
this is your nigga,
And I shared the information with him.
and he still ain't.
That's why he has a second job. Because therefore, he's able to, guess what? Pay off his debt, right? Help me throw the ball into the fucking net. Boom. And also do his thing. He wants to start his fitness line. Guess what? I have all the plugs to start.
So plain and simple, he knows what he has to do. And the woman put him up on game. But before he can get to that next stage or that next plateau or that next peak of the mountain, plain and simple, he had to pay off his debt. And the woman understand that. And the woman's in the background taking care of all the minuscule things that needs to be taken care of while still being able to take care of her job. I mean, take care of her business or whatever she has to do. So they're both on the right path. They're both on the right path. And submission, that's true submission right there. What the man is doing is that he's submitting his time to go ahead and free up his debt so that when he frees up his debt, he can use the debt to bump himself up and also put it back into the woman so that the woman can go ahead and excel as well. And they excel together. That's teamwork. That's teamwork.
The fitness line, babe. You could start yours right now. While you're working, give me your logo. I'm gonna get it printed up on for something for you. So that way when you go to the gym, you already have it. Boom. What you need? You need clothes, shoes, all of that. It's already laid out for when you walk through the door. So that way, while you're working literally for 4 days straight with no sleep, like back to back to back, everything is already settled.
So why do you
Everything's
have a problem with this if this is what you're doing currently? You just don't like how it sounds?
I don't like the meaning. And they need to change the meaning of it.
The meaning is what you're doing.
No.
Listen, if you just said I cooked, I cleaned, I washed his clothes, I did XYZ. You did everything this is saying because you're viewing him as the authority.
That's the thing.
So
I'm doing it because I want to do it, not because he told me to do it, not because he's expecting me to do it, because I feel like he deserves.
Why should he not expect you to do it?
Every nigga don't deserve all.
I know, but this is your nigga.
Right.
So we're not talking about every nigga. So why shouldn't your nigga expect that?
Successful.
I know
everything that he's doing.
But that's crazy. Why shouldn't your nigga expect that? Because you expect things of him as a man.
Right.
As a man, I expect you to provide. As a man, I expect you to protect.
Right.
You don't have to ask him. If you did, you would lose attraction to him.
I'll get a new nigga.
Right. So why can't he expect this from you?
He can. Everybody has their expectations, right? And that's probably what he's expecting of a woman. He didn't have to ask me though. That's just the type of bitch I am. So if I see that this is what you're doing, if I see you working hard, if I see you got dreams, if I see that, you know what, he really fuck with me, I'm gonna do everything in my power to make your life easier.
Yeah, but I think it's just the wording y'all don't like.
I don't like.
Because,
I just said that. I don't like the wording. The wording's.
It's exactly the wording. I'm finished eating. This is an interesting conversation. In the comments, let me know what you think. The woman just didn't know how to explain herself. She made her emotions get the best of her before she put logic and realized that she's actually doing the right thing by her man. And her man is doing the right thing by her. He's allowing her to be an individual. She's allowing, and she's also helping him to keep peace, a focused mind frame, so he doesn't have to worry about the small things like a car getting messed up, washing your clothes, dinner and stuff. That's real. Look, man, don't go out here, bro, and live beyond your means, bro. Damn, I'm full. In the comments, let me know what you think. If I was just talking gibberish, let me know. But I think we need to start talking more unity than materialistic crap. Anyway, I'm out. Y'all have a good one, man. Peace.